Enlightenment. Amanda. Oh, I don't. Enlightenment. Amanda, what does enlightenment mean for you?
I think for me, enlightenment is where you're above your ego, so you're not thinking as most human beings do with that sort of thought process that the ego has, where it's driven by what's right and wrong, what's good and bad, and judgment and all of that. So enlightenment is kind of like you've taken that view of more of an observer, so you're not actually, you're discerning things rather than judging, but also you're actually seeing what is, and it's okay, it's not good or bad, and it's not upsetting you the way it would if you were in an ego state.
So it sounds like you can see everything as an observer. So you can see everything, but it sounds like you're not experiencing uncomfortable emotions. You're detached.
Yeah, it's funny. A coach friend of mine and I, we talked about this a while ago. We were saying that would you want to be enlightened? Because if you're enlightened, that means that you're not touched by, real life, as in what we see, where things hurt you, so you have that roller coaster of a human life that we all know about. So if you're enlightened, you're kind of above that, you're elevated above that, and it doesn't affect you because you're not in that sort of ego mind. So would you want to do that? Because part of the whole journey of being a human being is to be in the throes of that growth.
So you're not actually feeling anything?
Well, I think, I don't know, I think it's more like if you're above love and joy, then you're in a blissful state, you must be, because you can see that actually everything's okay. And so it's not that you're not experiencing any emotion, it's just your emotion is pure love, it's pure consciousness. You can, you're where you would be if you died, I guess. It's that whole embracing of everything.
And I guess, like we were saying before, nobody is permanently enlightened. It's just a state that we can experience.
Yeah. I mean, David Hawkins says there are no enlightened beings on the planet. He says that people can claim to have reached enlightenment, but they are not enlightened beings because you can't permanently stay in that state, that vibration state. So it's interesting because you would imagine that certain people would be enlightened, but actually to sense that and to reach that point of enlightenment, we probably all have glimpsed it. Some people will have been there longer, but actually it's about knowing what that looks like and how that feels rather than being permanently there.
You're right. And I guess if we were permanently enlightened, then what's next? I mean, you've reached.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the books I read now, they talk about enlightenment in terms of, that awareness, that remembrance of who you truly are, and bringing heaven on earth, making and that's the whole purpose of life, is to have that enlightenment, if you like. But it's also about living as a human being, because we all want to touch and feel and taste and smell. That's why we've got bodies.
Well, we're going to talk about more on this on LinkedIn. So if you come over to my page, and we're going to have a full-on discussion about this. So see you there.
See you there.